Now there's a New York restaurant. It's the first restaurant in New York, Pankaj, that has introduced millets. Take a look at that. That's the cuisine. And Prime Minister Modi ji's thali, that special thali that's doing the rounds in New Jersey, this is what's happening in New York. It's the first restaurant that's introduced millets. And it is the year of millets in India, isn't it, Pankaj? So that's the kind of ripple effect the Prime Minister, and that's the kind of sway he has on, cultural changes, some 6,000 plus miles away from where he's actually at the center of, the ruling party.
Yes, and definitely this, this might appear to be one committed restaurant actually going an extra mile and preparing a meal based on millet. But
does look gourmet and tasty.
Well, it does. And obviously, International Year of Millet is something that Prime Minister has been one of the pioneer voices to promote it. And these gestures, Kabir, if we look at it in totality, these are not just a part of welcoming a very famous Prime Minister or personality. It also gives our Indian diaspora, our Indian brethren and sisters who are there miles and miles away from their homeland, a reason to connect. It's like Diwali, it's like celebration for them, wherein they can put on their best attire, wait for their beloved, their hero, as the person was mentioning, and then also showcase maybe symbolically that how connected they are with their country, even staying miles and miles away. So be it the cultural aspect, be it the language, United States houses the Indian diaspora, which not only works for the companies there, but also in a way tries and preserves its own culture. Remember, if you wonder, Kabir, the classical dance, classical music, Hindi language classes, Sanskrit classes are being held by these Indian diaspora, where thousands and thousands of families enlist their children for.
Have it, Pankaj. That's a proper Narendra Modi style rave party that's happening from American citizens, of course, albeit a Sanskrit scholar, speaking in fluent Hindi. I mean, better than me perhaps at some points. महत्वपूर्ण था और उनके इस विजिट की, उनकी इस मुलाकात की महत्वपूर्णता के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. A Sanskrit scholar, Dr. Elliot Makata. Everybody is calling him a rock star, and he is a rock star, isn't he? He's a proper PR magnate. He's a rock star. You make Narendra Modi the face of something that particular initiative, is a super hit.
Well, we have to give it to Prime Minister Modi, Kabir, hands down. There are no two ways about it. And remember, Kabir, if I asked you, in that part of the world, for that matter, cricket is not so famous, but Bollywood films are, Bollywood superstars are. Prime Minister Modi surpasses the charm, the enigma that he carries with him than cricket stars or superstars. But I would quickly mention to you here, 2016 July, when Prime Minister Modi had visited South Africa to attend BRICS Summit. Several of my colleagues who were traveling from Pretoria to Johannesburg for work, they would say, Pankaj, there is some Indian Bollywood celebrity coming to Pretoria. That's why the roads have been decked up. That's why preparations are on there. They are cleaning the pathways and everything. So who is it that is coming? And we had to just check the schedule, and we found out that it's the BRICS Summit meetings would happen in Pretoria, and that's why it was Prime Minister Modi whose arrival was highly anticipated there. And African continent too houses a lot of Indian diaspora, just like the Americas. And this is the basically enigma. People at that time, 2016, would know Bollywood superstars, but now the identity of India is primarily through its sports stars, obviously Bollywood stars, and also Prime Minister Narendra Modi, one of the few Prime Ministers to have had such a mass connect and a recall value.
So preparations are underway in the United Nations headquarters as Prime Minister Modi is expected to land somewhere about 1:30 a.m. Indian Standard Time. That's when he's expected to land in the United States of America. Preparations are on. Take a look at that. This is where on International Yoga Day, the Prime Minister of India is going to lead the celebrations from the United Nations headquarters.